How does a business idea become something real? Here in Harbin, it often begins with a conversation. I watched a man stop at a booth here in Harbin. At first, it looked routine, a handshake, a product demonstration, a few polite questions. Then the questions changed. Where is it already being used? How quickly could it be produced? What would a pilot project require? Who else needs to be in this conversation? Another person leaned in. A phone came out. Someone pointed to a detail in a product. Within minutes, they were no longer asking whether the idea was interesting. They were discussing what should happen next. That scene kept repeating across the 2026 Entrepreneurs Sun Island Annual Conference. A robotics company was not simply showing a machine. It was looking for a factory, a research partner, or a real-world setting in which to test it. A manufacturer was listening for the problem it could help solve. Investors, entrepreneurs, researchers, and local officials moved through the same rooms, each carrying a different part of the answer. The conversations continued beside exhibition stands in the aisles, over coffee, and between sessions. One person made an introduction. Another explained a local need. Someone else knew the technology, the funding, the supply chain, or the market. Not every conversation becomes a contract. But business rarely begins with a contract. It begins when the right problem reaches the right person, and both sides can see a practical next step. That is what stood out to me about doing business in China. The opportunity is not only the size of the market. It is how closely research, manufacturing, investment infrastructure, and local government can work around a real problem, and how quickly a conversation can begin moving toward action. Here on Sun Island, I came looking for the big idea behind how business gets done in China. What I found was more convincing than a slogan. A question became a conversation became a plan, and a group of strangers began building something together. And China opportunity does not simply appear. It takes shape when people decide to move it forward.